At law, uh, every customary marriage is said to be potentially polygamous. Uh, Potentially polygamous essentially means that the man in the marriage has the latitude, is free to contract other customary marriages. This means that a customary marriage is not exclusive to the spouses, to the two people that comprise it. Uh, a man in the customary marriage is free to contract several other customary marriages if he so wishes. So the law does not require that every man in a customary marriage must or should marry other women. However, the law allows the man in a customary marriage to contract other customary marriages with other women. The law does not allow women to marry other men. It doesn't allow women in customary marriages or wives to contract other customary marriages with other men. So it is one-sided, and it only gives latitude to the men to marry as many women as they want customarily. I understand that in the Ugandan setting, people go through different ceremonies before they are finally wedded in the church, or before they are finally wedded in civil marriages. People go through introductions, giveaways, and finally they go to church and wed. However, my advice is, if your intention for marriage is that you want to be in a monogamous marriage, if your intention for marriage is that you want to be an only wife in that marriage, or if your intention for marriage is that you should be in a monogamous marital setting, then you should make sure that when the preparations for the traditional marriage are being made, preparations for the wedding, for the church wedding, or for the civil wedding are also in the pipeline. Otherwise, if you contract the customary marriage and maybe the intention of your spouse changes along the way, you are locked up in a potentially polygamous marriage. And if your husband picks up another wife under a customary setting before the wedding takes place, you do not have any place where you can complain against it. Because the marriage you are in is potentially polygamous. Therefore, if your husband picks on another wife, it cannot be a ground for complaint. You cannot even apply to court for divorce on ground that your husband has picked up another wife, because what you went into or what you are in with him is a potentially polygamous marriage. So if he exercises his right to marry another wife, you will not be able to complain against it. So if your intention is that you want to be in a monogamous marriage, you should make sure that all processes are taken, all processes are activated for you to begin with the customary marriage and end into a church wedding. Stopping anywhere after the customary marriage will keep you in a potentially polygamous marriage, and you may never live to realize your goal of being an only wife, or of being in a monogamous marriage, or of being in an exclusive relationship with your husband.